Hey guys, Mike with Fish Addictions here. On this week's episode of Fish Addictions TV, we're heading to Devil's Lake, North Dakota to get in the boat with Dustin Larson and Bry's Guide Service. Now the weather this week looks like wind, and more wind. But Devil's Lake, there's always a place to hunker down and get out of the wind and get on some of those famous walleyes that we all love. Now, the second half of this episode, we're gonna give you a never before seen, behind the scenes look at Fish Addictions Season 1. I hope you enjoy it because we had fun doing it. Now remember, on this episode and every episode of Fish Addictions TV, sponsors' logos will appear at the bottom part of your screen. Click on those for more information on all their great products. Stick with us for more Fish Addictions TV.
Addiction, the fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance, thing, or activity. An addiction is not desirable. It is something that overtakes your life. But what happens when an addiction can't be stopped? An addiction is stronger than any one drug with only one cure. The cure is not rehab. It is not medication. It is not a counselor. The only cure for us is the water beneath our feet, the rod in our hands, the anticipation of that next big bite, and the camaraderie we all share.
Fish Addictions TV is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
You know, with Fish Addictions, it's always been not about one person. It's always been about the community that we create with our staff, with our fans, with anybody that wants to be a part of Fish Addictions. Now we're up here with 15 staffers and it's windy, but we're making the best of it, getting out on the lake and, you know, getting into some nice fish. On this episode out here at Devil's Lake, we had the opportunity to fish with Bry's Guide Service and particularly Dustin Larson, who spends a ton of time on the water, and that in itself is just awesome. He knows this area, he's fishing it constantly, he's staying up to date on the bites, and that definitely helped us get on fish today.
Every day on the water is a new experience, and you just never ultimately know what you're gonna get into. You don't know what kind of fish you're gonna catch. You don't know the size of fish you're gonna catch. You don't know how many you're gonna catch. Today was one of those special days that the fishing was outstanding. Things just kind of clicked. The bite on Devil's Lake just now is kind of picking up because of the water temperature being so cool. And being able to spend it with Mike is really a great time for me. And he's an excellent fisherman, and it's just a pleasure to be around him. What do you got, Mike?
Feels like a walleye.
Oh, it's a nice walleye.
Beautiful walleye.
Real nice walleye. Nice fish, bud. Ha! First one. Woohoo!
This is why you come to Devil's Lake. You know, it's windy
Nice
out on
one.
the main lake today, so one of the things Devil's Lake provides for you guides especially, you know, people go up to a place like Lake of the Woods or something like that on a day like today, they're not going out.
Yeah.
On a lake like Devil's Lake in the system it has, we're able to get in places that, you know, we're still able to fish.
Yeah, the bays get around the corner, or yeah, that's just a solid 20-inch walleye.
That's
Nice
just
fish,
beautiful.
Mike.
We're gonna get them back.
Very nice.
You know, one thing about Devil's Lake is the fish are here, and there's always an opportunity to get into good quality fish. Now we've all had our experiences up here of the 12 and 14 inches, but staying persistent and just sticking to the plan gets you into fish like we had today. Just good quality fish.
Yep.
Nice.
That's a walleye.
What do you think of that Muse Gold, Dustin?
This is a really nice rod. Light, sensitive. Action is, you picked the right action, that's for sure. Come on, be a W, be a W, be a W.
You know, those rods were designed with walleyes in mind.
Nice walleye.
Ooh, we just made a run.
Yep.
Not ready.
Oh, they got so much energy in the shallow water. Oh, nice fish.
Nice.
There you got it. Oh, wow. Nice fish. Holy cow.
You almost switched to pink.
Almost, because you were putting on a clinic is what was happening. I was getting outfished.
Now tell me, this is the first time you've had these golds in your hand. What do you really think of them?
Really good. Nice and light. The feel's good. The action's superb.
You know what I love about these guys?
They catch walleyes.
Oh, well, that too. But
I mean, unreal.
13 set out to put a walleye rod in our hands, and they didn't just throw one out there. They designed it by walleye fishermen.
Yeah.
And you can tell.
Yeah, that's like a 20-inch walleye. Oh, we'll take them all day long. Oh, what a beauty. Stick with us, more Fish Addictions TV.
Twitch it or rip it, summer or winter. B-Fish and Tackle's B3 blade baits come alive with a flick of the wrist. B3 means better. Better wounded bait fish action, better VMC split grip hooks, better patterns and finishes, including real 18-karat gold plate. Try B-Fish and Tackle's B3 blade bait today and see why many anglers consider the B3 the best big fish bait going on water or on the ice. Find them online at bfishandtackle.com before your fishing buddies do.
What do you like most about your Ion auger?
Starts every time. Just pull the trigger. No gas, no oil, no spills.
Ion will cut up to 40 holes through 24 inches of ice in a single charge. That's a lot of holes.
No exhaust or airing out the house.
It doesn't catch when you re-drill holes.
I like the new reverse. I use it to flush holes clean.
Learn why Ion is the hottest auger on the ice at ioniceaugers.com.
Doesn't matter where you are, that's a beautiful fish.
Just ate that. Look at that beauty. Look how fat that walleye is.
Lord.
And just crushed it. Look at that. Just,
You know, it's just fitting that Devil's Lake is blowing 30 miles an hour while we're out here trying to film our last episode of season 1. But that's what's special about this place too. There are so many places to get in and out of the wind that you can still come here on a windy day like today, blowing 30 miles an hour, and find a good place to fish.
got one, Mike.
I think this is gonna be a walleye.
Hope for a walleye. There, yep, there it is.
Yeah, nice walleye. Get him.
Yeah, oh yeah, the old loop, swoop, and pull there.
You know, Devil's Lake, one thing that makes this lake special, especially for you guys that are guiding, is, you know, bigger lakes, guys are getting blown off the lake probably 10 to 30 days a year.
Right.
You guys don't get blown off here. This is the diversity of this lake, being able to, you know, like we are today. It's windy, that big lake. Ooh, she's rolling, I bet, out on the main bay.
Yeah, and what we did here is found a landing that was, you know, somewhat not a nightmare to get your boat in the lake. And once you're there, you know, find shallow bays. That's kind of the key for Devil's Lake this time of year. You know, we're sitting, you know, in May, mid to later May here, and yeah, versatility. Jigs and plastics, I mean, there's anything you can do. Bobber fish, throw crankbaits, you know, any of the tactics will work. Just whatever your favorite is and whatever the fish are like in that day.
It's kind of been a crazy spring for you guys too, hasn't it?
Yeah, you know, early ice, ice off, and then, yeah, we had a little time off, and the walleyes took a little bit this year to get going. That water temp was, you know, fluctuating so much, and yeah, challenging, but it's paying off today. Nice fish, Mike. Just a little tip for you for choosing rods on an application such as we're doing today, jigs and plastics, or crankbaits for that matter. I'm using a 6-foot 6-inch medium action Muse Gold by 13 fishing rod. Very, very impressed with this rod. The reason why we're using mediums instead of medium extra fast with that faster tip is the rod loads up a lot better, especially in this wind here. Really aids you in that. A lot of the clients too that I take out aren't able to keep all the slack out of that line when they're reeling in these fish. So that really implements tighter lines and more hookups and longer hookups. Just another tip to be successful on the water. This marks my 5th year at Bry's Guide Service, and it's just been a roller coaster in a positive way. I've met a lot of fantastic people throughout the years, and repeat customers. That seems to be the biggest compliment that I can get, is coming back, building that rapport with them, and start up where you left off.
Feels good.
Right at the boat, Mike.
Oh, another nice walleye.
Nice fish, bud. Nice fish.
You know, you're on the water how many days a year in the boat?
Oh, I've got clients 100 and maybe fish 125 a year, 130, yeah.
You know, like we kind of touched on earlier, Devil's Lake is special because if you can't get on the big lake, there's somewhere else you can get.
Yeah, even just the bays and things that are prevalent on Devil's Lake. You can always, there's a landing someplace where you can tuck behind the corner some way, somehow. Of course, the boat control is still going to be a nightmare, but at least you have an option to get on the water. I mean, it's awesome.
And on a normal day, it's walleye, pike, white bass, possibly a few perch.
Yeah. Very rare for the perch in the summer, but it's been done before. We've had good days on, with perch before, but yeah, they're a little bit trickier. But the walleyes and the pike are just relentless.
I don't know why we're wasting time.
Yeah.
For more information on Fish Addictions TV, check them out on all their social media.
It's a good one, Dustin. Oh, feels a little better than the last. Oh, what a fish. Nice fish.
Nice one, Mike.
Oh, what a beautiful fish.
Nice one, Mike.
Man, what a way to end season 1, right where it all began, Devil's Lake, North Dakota.
Devil's Lake.
You guys at Bry's, and you and I are friends outside of the guiding and all that kind of stuff. We hang out, and we got the whole staff up here, ending the season on a high note. Walleyes like this, you can't beat it. This is the end of season 1, but a start of a new beginning, so make sure to stay tuned to Fish Addictions TV. As I sit here, as we're wrapping up season 1, I think back at the start of all this and all the memories that were created. You know, we started out with the Hunters Helping Heroes and taking 5 guys that never had the opportunity to get on a lake like Lake of the Woods and really get them to experience everything that lake has to offer. One of the trips that I have the most memories from this last season is our Canadian fly-in with Thunderhook Lodge. And one of the reasons I hold that one dear is I got to bring my dad. A lot of good memories with him and my cousins, and we just boated a lot of fish, had a good time, and not to mention all the shore lunches we got to eat. And we go from there to hitting the ice with Bry's on Devil's Lake, early ice. Ice season was crazy this year. It came late and went out early. But we got on with Bry's early onto a bite that I've never seen in 3 feet of water.
Being a part of Fish Addictions has given me the opportunity to co-host 2 shows and share the camera with my father. We don't have the opportunity to fish together very often for the simple fact that I'm a fishing guide and work a ton of days on the water. And to be able to come back to film the last episode of season 1 on my home body of water, where I feel the most confident, is just fantastic. I can't wait for season 2.
You know, being a part of Eskimo and all these other great companies, 13, Custom Jigs, we get to meet a lot of cool people along the way. And one of my favorites, and actually become one of my very good friends, Troy Peterson. Now, we got the chance to go to Wisconsin and spend a couple days on the ice with Troy, not only chasing bluegills, but chasing after whitefish on Green Bay, which was an awesome experience. Now, one of our mottos at Fish Addictions here is not just to get out and give you guys reports as much as possible, but to get other people involved. And one way that we do that every year is we have our kids fishing derby in Detroit Lakes. Now, we had 200 kids under a big top tent fishing for one thing, and that was to catch big fish to put on the scale and win prizes. And I can tell you what, that was a blast. One of the lakes that is dearest to my heart is Lake of the Woods. That's where I really grew to have a passion for walleye fishing. And we had the chance to team up with Wheelers this winter and get in some of their hard houses and just get on the South Shore bite on Lake of the Woods. And it didn't disappoint. We got on some nice fish in the 2 days that we were up there. And guys, check Wheelers out. A place that every walleye fisherman knows is Lake Winnipeg. And why? For big greenbacks. People dream about these fish. We went up to Lake Winnipeg this year, spent 5 days on the ice, and it was a grind. We caught a lot of fish and a lot of nice fish. If you get the chance, you have to hit Lake Winnipeg. We had the opportunity this year to head up to Flag Island Resort and get into a bite that a lot of people have heard about, but not a lot of people have experienced. We got up there and got onto a monster crappie bite with the Eskimo guys this winter, something that I will never forget. Another really cool experience that we got to do this year is Minnesota walleye season closes. You can only fish panfish and one other great fish, and that's a sturgeon. If you have never chased these prehistoric fish, you are missing out. Now, get up to the Rainy River and capitalize on catching a fish of a lifetime. You know, guys, when we traveled around the Midwest this year, we experienced kids getting on the ice. We experienced good friends on the ice. We experienced shore lunches. We experienced thousands of miles traveled. We traveled out to Lake Erie, took a ferry, just things I couldn't even imagine. It all got done this year, and it was awesome. Stick with us for more Fish Addictions TV.
Fish Addictions TV is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Check out a few of these never before seen clips from season 1.
Lick it.
Crystally,
Yeah, lick it.
He's making all the fish over there.
That one?
Yep.
Can't stop.
From right to left, weighing in at a 245. Michaelson!
TV. Make sure.
The fish are biting. Stay tuned. Fish addictions for more.
Do it again.
I don't think I can get that close. No.
See, that's why we need that little camera, because they get in our face like this, and we can get in their face when they're filming.
Right.
Do that again.
You know, not only do we get to spend time with the staff, but we got these two crazy camera guys following us around, Tyler and Aaron.
Tyler thought, well, maybe I'll turn the light on, because Aaron's sleeping. It'd be a good idea.
We're out in the wilderness right now, waiting for eagles. You know, I think they want Roger, they don't want us.
And we just had a lot of goofy times together, and you'll have to just watch and see.
Hey Mike, you seen where Tyler went?
He was complaining about the cold, so I put him in my beard.
Oh, hey man.
Hey, how's it going? So a typical day for a cameraman here on Fish Addictions, or in general. Anyways, when you're in Canada, you know, we need to work our muscles, so we just grab like the nearest thing we find and we just start pumping. Now we can hold the camera for like, I don't know, 13 hours, no sleep. What?
This is what these goons do, and the fish are not cooperating.
The behind the scenes struggling right here. This is what Tyler goes through to get the shots.
Cameraman dedication.
Oh God, that's funny. I thought you were gonna fall out.
We've been decided to do a little competition, camera guy versus host, and I'm obviously the real champion here. If he catches it, I let him have it. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Understandable. I mean, you've learned over my shoulder.
I've learned nothing from you. We're using one Vexlar, and it's really hard to see the fish because you keep coming into my interference zone.
Is that what
it is? The Lucky Spray from Caleb's Suntan Lotion hooked that one.
Stick around for more Fish Addictions TV.
Now kiss or something.
We could bunny kiss, you know.
Yeah, Eskimo kiss.
Fish have really slowed down. It's probably a good time for a sandwich. See, you almost finished yours.
That's pretty good, man. I thought you ate yours too. Where'd you put it?
I've been storing it.
I gotta grow mine out a little longer.
You know, the most important thing is how all you guys have responded to what we're doing. When we first started this, we just wanted to grab a few people's attention, you know, put out some valid reports and some cool videos that people liked. And the response from everybody has been overwhelming, and we really appreciate that. And we hope you guys keep staying tuned for more, because we're not stopping here. Season 2 is right around the corner.
I can't wait to see what Season 2 has in store.
So over time, people are wondering why guys that fish a lot on the ice have beards. Well, one of the handiest things about a beard is this morning getting ready, I knew about this time I was going to be hungry, so I stored some beef jerky up in there. Gotta keep your energy up. And a free hand. Fishaddictions.com.
Son of a that was just about the way that ended. I think right there, you do son of a beep, and it rolls right to credits. I think so. I think that's a...